Saying that it started. All right. So we are live and ready to roll. And like I said, it is the last live class. We are in the final 4 days. That includes today. Class ends Thursday. That's this Thursday, the 25th. Yes, that is cause for celebration at 10 p.m. That 10 p.m. is important, not 11:59 p.m., 10 p.m. So what happens at 10 p.m. is the system starts shutting down all the online classes, not just this one, but all the online classes. There are no extensions beyond that date and time. Even if I wanted to put in extensions, you would not have access to the class. So sending emails, sending text, I need 10 more minutes. I'm trying to send it. It won't accept it, et cetera, et cetera. It is closed. Okay. I cannot put in an extension because you will not have access to the class. So that 10 p.m. on Thursday, that is it. Every now and then I have somebody who on the Friday afterwards, hey, can I get this in? I didn't realize, blah, blah, blah. No, there is no Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. I started letting everyone know early last week that the classes are the final week's assignments open this past Friday. Get in, get a head start so that you would have less to do this week. Unfortunately, you can't go back in time and change that, but it was out there, was available. Those went out in multiple emails and text messages. If you didn't read those, unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. So anyway, the class does end Thursday at 10 p.m. All right. And so plan ahead if you have spotty internet connection that maybe plan on going to the campus. We do have systems available. If you have to work double shifts, unfortunately, none of these things stop the class from ending or give you more time is basically where I am going with that. I can't change that. So plan ahead, pushing things off till the end. So there's going to be some things that are going to be happening. Wednesday, anything that hasn't been started, okay, anything you have not started, I'm going to put a 0 grade in, okay? That is a temporary grade until you complete that assignment. The reason why I do this every month when people are in the class, it will tell you where your grade is at that moment. Boom. And as you finish things up, you will see where your grade is going. Your grade will go higher as you finish things up by Thursday at 10 o'clock. The reason why I do this is because I used to get flooded with what happens if I don't complete this one? What will my grade be if I don't do this one? If I don't do this, what will my score be? Well, and that was plugging everything up for the people who really do need help on something. Okay, as we get closer to the last day of class, the number of requests that hit me with people needing help goes higher. Okay, and requests for help come in the order in which I get them. So I don't want somebody who really needs legitimate help to be behind people going, what will my grade be? What will my grade be? The people who are really doing work and wanting help, I want them to get that help as soon as they possibly can. So by dropping in the zeros, you'll know what your grade is. And then when you complete something, you'll see what your grade is. So if you haven't completed something, you know approximately what your grade is. Now it's going to be give or take a little bit, but you'll see what happens if you don't do what you're not doing. All right. So as you complete them, your grades will replace those zeros. And I send that out in a text and an email explaining those zeros are going to drop sometime Wednesday. Thursday morning, okay, I am going to drop zeros into that final exam. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, you're going to see another grade drop if you haven't done that final exam. Now, again, the same thing's going to happen. When you complete that final exam, boom, that grade's going to go way, way, way up. All right, because anything better than a 0 is anything better than a 0. Okay. This also lets you see an approximate final grade as you finish things. I want you to know where you are in this course, okay? So don't get upset when you see those in there. Again, they are temporary. That means they're not going to be there long if you do the assignments. And those of you who do the assignments, you're not going to be fazed by it one bit. The ones who get upset about it are the ones who don't do the assignments, who don't do the work. Okay, they're looking for reasons to say, well, I can't do this because look, there's zeros in there. No, the zeros are there just until you do the work. All right. So everybody seems to got that. I got thumbs up. We know where we are, and we're not going to worry about that because we're going to do incredible. Okay. I played the song Celebration to start things off because we are celebrating. You made it to the end. You're almost done. We're going to finish big and awesome. We're not going to skip those assignments because we want those grades to go over the top of whatever grade you're at. You don't want them to slip under because you settled. We are experienced and we are the profession that we are going into, and we do not settle. Okay. We don't just go, that's good enough. That is not what we want in our careers. We always want to do the best that we are capable of. So let's get again. We're going to do some screen sharing here. And here we go. All right. So pretty soon you won't be looking at the same screen. You're going to be possibly back in the labs, back into those shops and working away. Make sure you check out your grades as you go. Now remember, after this class is over, it gets even better. You're going to have a week off before your next class starts, and check with your campus to see what class that will be. Hopefully everybody will make it passing in this class, so when you come back from break, you don't have to take the class again. That's right. This is a required course. You will have to repeat the course if you do not pass. So we want everybody up and over that passing mark so that they move on to the next one and get into the classes you really want to do, those hands-on, get into the nitty-gritty. All right. So let's take a look at these modules. Now, we had horrible weather over the weekend, pretty much everywhere. So I went ahead and I put in extensions for those week 3 assignments here. Get them done, okay? Now, funny thing about the project, I had people recreating the sheets in here. I give them to you for a reason. Download these, don't just look at them. If you pull this up here, there's a download right here. Download this thing and fill in the spaces. All right, fill those in. That's why it's there. I give you the sheet. Don't go through the trouble of recreating it. Fill it in. If you're not sure what to fill in, scroll all the way back up here. These have been here all along. Right here, past live Teams recording. Click on this. There's the walkthrough right there. Okay, I've been sending these out in email and text. Those links, that's what they take you to. They take you to the recordings on YouTube. Watch them. I give them to you for a reason so that you will know what to do. Trying to save yourself some time and effort. We're all the way down here. If you haven't done this end of mod survey, click on that and take it. Let your voices be known. We are in week 4, okay? Now, still do this self-evaluation. It's 100 points. It will also get you attendance tonight. Click on that, but your extensions are in for everybody because of that bad weather. A lot of people are getting knocked out. I had to do some manual switches to get your grades to transfer over this morning, but they're all there. And so make sure you do that, get that attendance in. Your discussion, still 3 parts to it. Come in here. How can PowerPoint be used as a tool in your career? Remember, all these things we're learning, they're tools to help you out in your career, okay? If they're not going to be taking over your career, you're going to use them. So here's some things. Welding, can show you different welding techniques. Remember these PowerPoint presentations, you can embed videos into them as well. Troubleshooting steps in HVAC, electrical, how to do safety codes, lockout, tagouts, medical assist, patient education can be easily shown. Veterinary assistants create a presentation for post-surgery care or vaccination schedule. There's a lot of ways you can use it. So how might you use it? Come down here, post away, click that reply, post your post, find 2 other people, post on them, get that 100 points. I have people throwing away 80 and 60 points each week, so make sure you get those in. Don't throw away points. This is your future. Grades are part of that, and it shows your dedication to your trade. Remember, every one of you will have continuing education in your careers because you want to stay on top of everything. Okay? Now, I want you to take a look at this and don't panic. You have 4 chapters this week, okay? But if you looked at chapter 3 or chapter 4, you'll notice that they're small, okay? So I'm going to take a little peek in here. And when you do, there's only 8 items in here. So if you're one of these people that looked at 4 and went, oh my God, we've got a short time, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Always look for the positive on things. Don't be looking for negatives. I wouldn't do that to you and give you 4 full chapters. But the reason why I gave you those 3 or those 2 that are very small, chapters 3 and 4, is because these are items you're going to use in your project anyway. So again, these are skills you should know. Okay. You'll also notice that you don't have a quiz. You have a project, but no quiz. That's because you have a final exam. We're going to go over the project together, but let's take a look at the final exam. Now, you didn't have a midterm, but you do have a final. So we're going to click on that. Now, don't just go into the final exam until you're ready. You can do 3 full attempts on the final. Hopefully, you won't have to take the final more than once. Okay, if you think you need to retake it, let me know. I might be able to help you out. 25 questions. You're going to click Take the Exam. You're going to check that you are the one taking it. Click Start Exam. Now, every product or every program is a different color, okay? And here we are, we're in red, and red is PowerPoint. You'll see the little symbol over here in the corner letting you know it's PowerPoint, and it's going to tell you what to do. Use the thumbnails pane and navigate to the 3rd slide in the presentation. So you come down here and if you look down here, it will tell you what type of item you're in. And if you click on these, it will tell you that that's incorrect. Thumbnails, come over here, click that is thumbnails over here. And it says you answered correctly, click continue. Apply the ABC number list style to the items here. So if you look up here, you have different styles. Click that down and it wants lowercase ABC. Click on that and that's correct. Now this one here, this is Excel. In this exam, you can be asked Excel, Word, PowerPoint, or Windows in general. Don't be afraid of anything it asks you. Click any cell in column B. Just find column B, click on a cell. You can do this. If you paid attention to the class, you can do this, okay? Now it says switch to slide sorter view. That's going to be down here. If I click on that one, that was it. Those 4 squares in the bottom. So what happens if you don't know an answer and you click somewhere? And this one's going to be hard to not get it correctly because I'm going to be ending up clicking on that ribbon up there. Okay, apply bold. Let's see if I can get it to mess up here. Sometimes it's hard to get it to mess up. If it messes up, you got it wrong. It will tell you it's incorrect, and it's going to show you this hint right here. Pull out that phone, take a picture of the hint. Notice that it'll tell you Home tab, font group, bold, and the italic button. Click those and you will have it correct. So we would do just that. We would come to the Home tab, go to Font, click Bold, and click Italic, and boom, we would get it right. Once you have finished the exam, click Submit in the upper right-hand corner, then Submit Exam, and it's going to grade it and tell you what you got on it. If for any reason you think something is incorrect, let me know. Or if you have a problem with a particular question, let me know that as well so I can take care of it for you. All right. Any questions on the final exam? We're good. There we go. We got those emojis. So that leaves us with the project. Now, like the other project, I want to give you a head start on it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the PowerPoint project by clicking on it. And it's an 8-slide presentation to be created in PowerPoint, not Canva. Okay. Canva is a very popular thing, not ChatGTP, not any of those other forms. Okay. PowerPoint. I had somebody try to tell me, oh, I did it in Canva PowerPoint. No, those are two different products. You do not drive a Chevy Rolls-Royce, okay? See what I mean? They're two different things. They're not one and the same. I see Kyle is typing. Type, type, type. So I give you something to start off with. And oh, well, if you get a Temu PC, we also call those rulers. Sometimes they're limited. Okay, but what I give you is I give you the shell for PowerPoint. All you have to do is find whichever one you are working in. Um, Kyle, which are you? Electrical, welding, medical, HVAC? And I'll pop open the one that you are working with. You're welding. Perfect. So you can either open it and then download it or just click the download right here. And I am going to download this to my desktop here. I have a demo folder that I create, and I'm going to save this. And I'm going to replace the one that I've demoed before. And then what we're going to do is we are going to go to the student portal. And for projects, we always go through Microsoft 365, and then we do sign in. Now, the reason why we do this is this way the programs run on the internet, so it's not using up a lot of computing power. And this way, Kyle's machine can run it as well as the biggest, meanest machines out there as well by putting all the work up on the internet. Okay, then we're going to come over here to this is called a waffle menu. When you see those little squares in a row like that, click App Launcher, and we are looking for this red one that says PowerPoint. And then we're looking for Upload a File. Now, I put it on my desktop, so I'm going to go to my desktop and then under Demo, which is where I put it, and I'm going to make mine a list here so that I can see it. And under here, if I sort mine, there's that welding student one today. For some reason, it is grayed out. I don't know why. Hmm. Don't know why I grayed it out, but that's the one that I want. Up, here we go. I'll take this one and we'll upload it. Okay, and that's going to upload these beautiful, colorful slides. Okay, now the reason why I gave you these slides is because they're generic, but they give you all the information to start a presentation. So there's 8 slides here, and it tells you kind of what I'm looking for on each slide. Okay, do not just leave them like this. We want to make them presentable. This is going to be your presentation. So one of the first things we can do is we can go to design, and up here at the top, if we click that down arrow, you can see different styles that we can give it. Okay, and so I'm going to click this one here. And when I do that, it automatically puts the style across all the slides. And I'm actually more partial to the green, so I'm going to click on that. And so I've got that. And then if I come here where it says your name and click there, I can hold down my left mouse and scroll right across that. And I'm going to put R. Haley, just type right in there. And then I'm going to do the same for date. And for that, it's going to be 6-22 whoops, dash 26. Boom. And just like that, I have my very first slide. Now, when I click on the second slide, it says provide a brief description of welding. Now, I can go out here and I can get some help with this, and I can open up a new window here, and I can say brief description of welding, and I can get help. Okay, now there's a couple things here that I like about this is number one, I get a description of it, and number two is I can get pictures of it. Okay, so if you're taking things off the internet, one of the things I would prefer for you to do is to kind of put it in your own words, okay? So if you're going to take it off of this here and you get this and you right click copy and then you come back here, you can paste this in here. And you're not taking all of that information there. So I have this information in here. You should put on here that it's coming from AI or it's coming from the internet, etc. Give credit when you take it from something, okay? Now, that's kind of a little awkward to read there, so maybe I want to make that a different color of text. I can highlight this and go to Home, and while on the Home, now I want to see more of a description on this menu. Come over here to the right to this little down arrow and choose Classic Ribbon. That's going to give you a little more description. So why I've got that highlighted there, what I want to do is where this little A is with that red in there, I want to change that to white. And that's going to give me white lettering. Now, what I can do here to kind of spruce this up, if I do insert here and under pictures, and I choose stock images, and I do icons. I'm going to see if they happen to have one for welding. I'm not sure if they do. Nope, they do not. Okay, so I'm going to look for regular images. And I'm going to see welding. Okay, and there are some nice little ones here for welding. And so I'm going to choose this one and say insert. And that's a little big. I'm going to grab that corner and shrink that down And I am wanting to put it right in the middle, so I'm going to put it right there. But now something's happening over on the right-hand side. See this where it says designer? It's saying, hey, look at these other options that I found might make it look a little bit better. And if I see something I like, I can just click it and that becomes my new slide. This is how you start creating your presentation. I see Kyle typing. Exactly. That's exactly what designer will do. And you don't have to choose any of those. You can keep your original, but it's going to show you all different kinds. Like if I wanted, this is called ghosting, where you have the image in the background. You also see this technique used in cars where you put the stripes faded into the paint. That's another ghosting technique. Or you can do it where it's off to the side here. I'm really kind of fond of this look here, where it kind of looks like that slide's kind of pushed down into it. Okay. And then you go to the next one, skills and education. So come back up here and it's like, and go searching for it. Skills and education for a welder. Now, why do I have you doing it? Whoops, helps if I type right. I have you doing this because this is another skill you're doing is right here. Notice AI is popping up and giving you information. I want you to learn to use tools, okay? Right here, education requirements. Boom, boom, boom. Right here, it's giving you some education requirements. This is good information to have. So you can click in here, highlight everything here, and then paste it in. This is telling you how to get information that is useful, okay? Now, again, you're going to tell where you got this information. You did not get this on your own, so you cannot take credit for it, okay? Now, I can shrink this little box down here, and then when I have all four pieces of that arrow, I can slide the whole thing up and move it up, okay? Now that I have this, it's like, okay, I want an image to go through this. You want images in your presentation because you want to think if this is coming at me as a slideshow, what's going to keep my attention? And so if you're just listening, it gets kind of okay? So when you're up here and you're looking for things, skills and education for a welder, click images, okay? Now we're talking, this looks a little bit more interesting, okay? Now you're starting to see some things that might go along with this, you know? This is a really cool graphic. So you can do copy image. You can come back to your presentation, okay? Where I've got something over it right now. So come back here. I can paste that image in here. Boom. Now we're starting to take shape. This is a really cool graphic. I'm going to push this over here right now. And again, look here. I've got the same styling as I did with the first one. Well, let's see what other options I have. I really like that. That's a kind of a fun format. But look here, it's breaking out entirely different styles that I can go with. But you know, I'm just gonna stick with that one that I like. I like this one. So it's bringing out that same continuity. This is how you start to put together a good presentation. And you're going to do this same thing for the remainder of your slides. Now this one here does have a place for you to put the type of positions and the salary. Feel free to use this or come up with something different. But look at each slide, see what I'm looking for, okay? Now, there's other things you can do. Maybe you don't like this. Maybe you want to change this. So what you can do is you can come back here and under the design, you can click background and you can say insert picture and you can say stock images. And I'm going to type in welding here. And I'm going to look here. Maybe I don't want to use the same one I saw before. Maybe I'm going to use this one and I'm going to say insert. Now I've just changed the whole look of this. And now instead of green here, I need to change that color. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to home and I'm going to change that font to white. And now maybe I want to change the size. I'm going to go to a size 36 and expand that out. Okay, so now we've got some slides in here. How does it look? Click on slideshow from beginning. It's going to generate it. There's our first slide. You use your arrows to move forward and back. There's our second slide. There's our next slide. And then these would be the remaining slides as we go on. All right, press your escape key to get out of it, but we can still give it some more pop, okay? So let's go back to the top and we're gonna click on transitions, okay? And then if you click on this down arrow, the first one we're gonna try is, we're gonna try a fracture. And then here we're gonna click on, let's see, people like the bird. And let's see, let's try another one. We're gonna try glitter. And we're just trying a bunch of these. You don't have to do any of these, but they're fun to see. And it also depends on the speed of your system, um, how they will show up. And you just click on them and you'll see what happens. And okay, so we got them in. We're going to go back up here. We're going to go to slideshow and from beginning. And we're going to go forward and here we go. There's our bird. And then this is our glitter effect. That one kind of slid off. That one didn't do much of anything because there wasn't a lot on the screen. Well, that one's another wiping effect. That one crumbled up. That one curled over. Some of them you really need to have more on the screen for it to really show off. Okay, so this is how you make your presentation. You get to choose the colors, you get to choose the images. Now, if you want other images, you can actually upload them through Insert, Pictures, and you can choose this device and upload it. You can insert video, but remember that's going to make your presentation really big when you go to save it. Okay, you don't have to include audio, you don't have to narrate anything. If you want to add icons in here, you click on that and you can choose whichever ones you want. They have all kinds of them. You can insert those. Okay. You can also go in here and you can do charts, shapes. So if you click on an arrow, you'll click the starting point and you will draw it, okay? You do need to have a color. Let me get a color here. And then once you have that in here, if you click the weight, the weight is what determines how thick it is. See, now the line is thicker. And you can just grab that in and change exactly where you want to point it out. If you click that outline also, you can change the color. Now you can see it a little bit better. Okay. And then if you click and hold, you can draw again. Okay. So that's how you change those. That's under draw. You have all kinds of things. You can get a pen and you can draw all around. Under draw, you do have, let's see, no, under insert, under shapes, you also have things like this oval. And again, you can come in here and you can change the color on it, etc., whatever you want to do. Okay, so that is up to you. You're going to have the freedom to do whatever you want to. And when you're ready and you have it all ready to go, click File, create a copy, download a copy. Then when it says it's ready, click Download. I'm going to save this one back to my desktop, my demo, and I'm going to call this one Today. Click Save. And then I'm going to go back to my project, say Start, and then right here, choose to upload it. And then it would be under my desktop demo. There's my PowerPoint. PowerPoints have that PPTX extension and say open. Okay, then submit the assignment. And you'll see the confetti fall. Okay, now make sure you are saving it correctly. Do not try to submit it as a PDF or any other type, or it will not accept it. And trying to email a PowerPoint project, it's very difficult because some people's emails do not allow a really large attachment. And PowerPoints can be rather large when you go to attach them. So be careful with that because depending on your particular email server, it may not allow it. So try to save it and upload it correctly. All right. Any questions on this? Everybody doing good with that? So the biggest thing with this is you get to be creative with this, okay? Don't get lost in trying to change so much on it though, but put a graphic on each one of those slides, make it colorful, make it interesting. And that last slide, make it about you. It is about you. Why are you here at the end of it? All right. Isis has some questions here. You do put text. You notice on each one of those slides, there was text to go along with the pictures. No, you're quite all right. So each slide should have text. Each slide has a prompt on there. What information should go there and have a picture to go along with it. All right. So 8 slides, don't overthink it, okay? So don't think you have to do a whole lot of research with it. 8 slides, it kind of tells you what to put on each slide. So make sure you download that blanks PowerPoint presentation and upload it into PowerPoint and kind of fill that in. Add your colors, etc. to it. And that way you know exactly what to put on those 8 slides. See you typing, type. Absolutely. All right. Anybody that has any week 2 assignments, there have the extension until Wednesday at 10 o'clock or Thursday at 10 o'clock. Woo, almost took a day away there so that you can get those done. That is when the class ends. So get everything finished, including that final exam. If you're in something and that 10 o'clock hits, you will be bumped out. Okay. It won't let you finish what you're in. 10 o'clock, boom, everybody gets bumped out. We finalize all the grades. This class will be completely deleted, okay, and set up for the next class. You have a week break after this class before your next one starts, and you will check with your campus what your next class will be. All right? And that's it. I hope you have enjoyed the class. More importantly, I hope you learned something from the class. Besides, you don't like computers. I hope you did learn something. You're going to need this information as you go on in life. So I hope it was beneficial to you. All right. Brian's typing. Dot, 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 dot. Casey. I just like seeing your initials, Casey, because it reminds me of Casey and the Sunshine Band, and I really love seeing them in concert. Yes, I'm that old, and so yes, y'all have a great one. And if you have any questions, reach out to me after you've left this class. If you have questions about these programs, email me. Just because you're not in the class doesn't mean you can't ask questions. Have a great night. Have a great week. Finish big, finish awesome, and enjoy your next class as well. Thank you.